Yo, what's going on, guys? And today, of course, we're going to be talking about the fact that this James Harden trade is contingent on Terance Mann. Supposedly, Daryl Morey has several teams lined up offering a first-round pick for our man, Terance Mann. And it obviously makes sense. I mean, Terance Mann is a dog. And I know some people are going to be like, it makes no sense why this is happening. But look, when you are demanding for a player, they've supposedly said this is supposedly the offer that the Sixers want: an unprotected first-round pick, a first-round pick swap, salary filler, and Terance Mann. The salary filler, because Terance Mann makes about $10 million, can either be Norman Powell, a combination of Marcus Morris and either Nick Batum or Robert Covington. Something along those lines is what a salary filler deal will look like. But shout out Sam and Amick for this information. So right now we're hearing that the Philadelphia 76ers and the Clippers in their latest round of James Harden trade talks have said, this occurred on Monday, that it all hinges on the future of Terance Mann. If James Harden is going to the Los Angeles Clippers, Terance Mann is not going to be a Clippers anymore. And this is something that they've said is contingent on the trade happening, because supposedly as soon as they trade for Terance Mann will be able to be flipped into another first round pick. So not only will they get a pick swap and an unprotected first, they're going to get another first. So they'll have two first, salary filler, and a pick swap, which is a good enough deal nowadays to get yourself a superstar. And the 27-year-old swingman, Terance Mann, is the player that Daryl Morey's coveting. Not so he can play for them, but more so that they can reuse him to go trade for a star. And what's that star? I think it's got to be a guy like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. I guess who else is on that list that we could consider it as a star? I mean, it's not a super big list, but it definitely gets you to a bit interested into thinking about who they could go out, because the guys you could trade for right now, Kyle Lowry, he's not an all-star anymore. Okay, now you got yourself maybe Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. I don't know who else really moves the needle, but the Sixers have said that if they're not going to trade Terance Mann, then they're not being serious, because the Sixers are indicating that they would accept an offer from the Clippers, which would include an unprotected first-round pick, a first-round pick swap, players to match the salaries, and Terance Mann. Two people involved in the negotiations say that Clippers president of basketball operations, Lawrence Franks, reiterated that the team stance is that Terance Mann will not be part of the offer. Daryl Morey has accused the Clippers of being unserious, as they will not trade Terance Mann. And in response, he even quipped that they should just trade Paul George for Harden if they're so determined to keep all their lesser assets. Of course, that was immediately denied. So he basically said, if you guys aren't willing to trade me Terance Mann, an unprotected first, and a pick swap, and salary filler, then you might as well just trade me Paul George, because I'm willing to take a lesser deal. And this is ridiculous that you guys aren't even considering that this deal. So the standstill that started with Harden made his trade deal. This is, at this point, it's crazy, because Shams Charania reported on Wednesday morning that Harden has not been with the Sixers in person, and that he's been excused now for a personal matter. And it's definitely getting interesting, because Harden will remain patient, and that it's unclear if he's even going to be a part of the team's plans for the start of the season. So for me, when I look at this, I'm thinking, where do you go from here? And also, I think at this point, the Clippers, look, I know, give up Terance Mann, okay? The Sixers are willing to not play hardball, and they're doing what needs to be done. Clippers, go all in, okay? You got to say F them picks and go out and get yourself the player that you think is going to be able to change your franchise. So if you think that James Harden's the missing piece, then go out and get him, because now you have a starting lineup of Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Ivica Zubac. And that's a freaking good one. So let me hear your thoughts.